Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lakota East High School, home of the Thunderhawks. Tonight in the Hawks Nest, we have a big conference game, almost like a crosstown shootout here between your Lakota East Thunderhawks and the Mason Comets. I'm Dave Royce with my partner in the booth, Ken Yablonsky. Ken, this is going to be an interesting game tonight. These teams have a vast history over the years. They usually meet later in the season, and here we are just 5 games in. So what are we going to see in tonight's matchup?
Dave, you know, the GMC is split into the top echelon of teams and the lower echelon, and both these teams are in the top half of the league. Mason comes in undefeated at 5-0. Thunderhawks come in at 5-1. And Mason has some youth. They start a freshman. They start a sophomore. East has been tested a little more than Mason this year. Mason did have an impressive win just a couple days ago against Princeton, beating Princeton 54-48. But when we look at girls basketball in this area, these two teams are two of the top teams in the area. So looking forward to this basketball game here.
Yes, East 5-1, as you said, a 4-game win streak. Coming off that win with Fairfield, 69-33. Mason, again, perfect record so 5-0 with a big win over Coleraine, 59-18 in their last matchup. So as we get ready to tip off, here we go for the battle between Westchester and Mason. So this should be a good night tonight.
East controlling the tip there. You know, Dave, we're going to see whether East can slow down their run-and-gun style, whether they can play a little more patient, controlled offense. There's a look inside from Smith to French, and French goes off the iron, miss. Mason a little more deliberate and structured in their offense. East electing not to have any full-court pressure off the rebound and gets a turnover. And East is slowing it down a little bit. The lineup they have here is a little more methodical.
Yep, going with Foles and Asher out at the top. Madison French playing that power guard with Savannah Smith and Selena Blunt in there playing the post.
It's a good look inside from French to Smith, and Smith lays it in for the Hawks' first 2 points of the game in the lead.
So we'll see how that works out with the Comets with Selena in there.
East putting on a little full court pressure there.
So both teams got a mixture of seniors, sophomores, and each got a, well, Mason has one freshman starting.
So look inside to Rosano, and she's a little tough off the iron, goes out of bounds. It'll be the Hawks' ball. You know, East is going to try and wear Mason down. Mason typically plays between 6 and 8 players, more on the low end against good teams. So East feels like if they can substitute a lot, they can wear the Comets down a little bit. There's a pass inside and goes out of bounds off Smith.
First bounce pass, nice. Love the bounce pass. But, again, I think we talked about this last broadcast. You know, tall people like Selena Blunt, they want that ball up around their hips or higher, and you just can't pass that down around their kneecaps. That's a tough catch for her. But good play. I like that they were open.
Yeah, Mason doing a nice job breaking the press there.
Coming through quick on the press break, and Madison French picks up her first foul of the night. Madison's been having some foul troubles here and there. If she can stay out of foul trouble, keep her on the court. That's always going to help out the Hawks for sure.
Yeah, in the last broadcast we did, she did pick up 2 fouls in the first quarter and had to sit most of the first half. So I know Coach Dan Wallace does not want to have to make that decision again by putting French on the bench.
Absolutely not. So Prowse goes to the line, makes the first one. Comes hard off the glass. Good rebound by Blount as Emma Foles brings it up quickly to Brooke Asher. She goes all the way in the corner looking for Madison French. Puts it up, hits the front of the iron. And Asher gets another one.
Yeah, good offensive rebound and put back by Asher.
4-1 here early, and now the full court press by Coach Wallace.
Mason did a nice job breaking the press the first time they went against it. You know, the intent of this is to get them to take a shot quicker than they won, and that time they nailed the three-pointer from the outside.
And there's Mason's big post player. Rosano hits the three-pointer out there.
Rosano mostly plays inside, but she just showed there you've got to respect that outside shot. Mason putting a little half-court pressure on, trapping out front. Foal is stuck there, gets it over to Blount.
Yeah, got two Hawks tied up there. You had Foles and Smith hanging out around each other made it easy for the defense.
Nice drive by Madison French there.
And here comes the freshman all the way coast to coast and lays it in. And nobody cuts ball, and that makes it easy.
Yeah, she can play, that's for sure.
And now the Hawks have their first turnover. And just after they were leading 4-1, the Comets have this all tied up, 6-6.
Caitlin Pham going to come in for the Hawks. Pham had a great week last week, nominated for Inquirer Girls Basketball Player of the Week, and we'll see if she can compete in this controlled environment here. She's very good in the open court transition, and see if they get to turnovers. Nice little give and go.
Oh, there's a nice throw up by number 2. Prowse just throws the ball up and finds the favorable backboard net.
Yeah, nice little dish off there. They got it inside to the elbow, and then Prowse cut through. And the Mason player found her for the assist in the basket. Mason's first lead of the game, 8-6.
Now A.J. Johnson comes in for the Hawks, another sophomore here. So,
Pham, good pass to French, and French drives in and hits it.
Nice touch of the glass for 2. And Madison likes that baseline driver there. And the Hawks back on D this time as the Comets come down quick to break that press. And fast movement of the ball. We saw that in the JV game before this. Those JV kids very disciplined with the ball, a lot of passing. And that looks like what the program wants to do here is lots of fast passing as Pham comes down.
Nice
A.J. Johnson got knocked down pretty hard, and I don't think she's going, Ken. I think we're going to have to get a timeout here.
Yeah, there's an outside shot by Pham, but A.J. kind of bid on the move by Madison Parrish inside. Parrish made a nice little ball fake up, and Johnson just sort of went back on her heels and fell down. Looks like a leg cramp there.
Yeah, looked like she came down just a little strange on the back, maybe on the heel or calf.
So 4 minutes into the game, David, we've only had 3 stoppages. We've only had 1 turnover and
nice try there by Brooke Asher.
1 foul and
passing
that.
lane. So Comets get the ball again across half court quickly.
So far, this is exactly what we expected to see in this basketball game.
Loose ball. There's a loose ball over and back. Yeah. Prowse falls on the ground and tries to pull that back in, but ball just rolled over the half court line there.
Yeah, a little unfortunate mistake for Mason there. We're going to see this again. She falls down, and then the ball
right there
taps the line, and that is an over and back. Good call by Doug Harmon there, our official.
Right on it.
There's Smith from the outside for her first outside shot. Bam!
Smith downtown for 3. And that's what the Hawks needed. And if Savannah can stay hot, boy, with this 3-pointers that the Hawks can shoot, if they can stay up, it'll be huge. Now Wood into the game as well. And she tries to go against Rosano, and she shoots over top of her for 2. Pham pushes the issue, tries to kick it out to Asher. And that's going to be off number 22, Rising, for the Comets. So a couple of substitutions coming here. Hawks take out Wood, Smith, and French. Bring in Woody, Emma Foles, Selena out there.
Mason substituting Peyton Black into the game for her first time.
And I think they're going to have to go a little deeper in their bench tonight, as you were mentioning, Ken, with as deep as the Hawks bench is.
Ball drives inside, kicks it back to Pham, and
There's
Pham.
some of that uncontrolled play that the Hawks got to take in, control that down, play a little bit more disciplined basketball. That's going to turn into a turnover.
Riley Yost into the game for Mason. She got a couple minutes in the competitive game against Princeton, so she good little post player there. And here comes a drive out to Yost, and too hard, too hot to handle, out of bounds to the Hawks.
So Hawks with the pressure force the turnover. So Mason's a little young on the court right now. Looks like most of the seniors are out of there right now. Still have Barnes in there.
And you know,
she comes in off the bench as a senior.
If their record is this good with those youngsters, imagine what they're going to be in 2 or 3 years, as good as they are now.
Hawks just kind of throw it out into some open space right now as Brooke Asher jumps in over to Peyton Woody. Woody's looking for some space. And she's going to get a
call for the charge, yep.
And that's the freshman Anna Harbor goes in there, stands in, and takes the hit. And she did have position. I'm not going to disagree with that. We'll see this here in the replay, Ken.
No, Woody just got stuck trying to make a drive, and Haber was there and absorbs the contact, and that's going to be a charge every time. You got to give credit to the defender there. There's not much you can do as an offensive player.
The freshman steps in, holds her ground, takes the hit. Pretty impressive.
Mason again breaks the press pretty easily, but from behind.
Another steal by Foles.
A great hustle by Foles coming from behind.
And Emma Foles racking up some more of those steals as she is right now number 4 in the GMC, averaging 3.8 per game. And the Comets, that's a travel. There we go.
2 Mason players got twisted up with one another, and Parrish had no choice but to backpedal out of that and travel at the same time.
So just a little, we'll shout out on Emma with those 3.8 per game on the steals. Had several the other night, I think about 6 that helped that stat, and doing her job on assists too. So
Woody got away with a push-off there.
Yep.
And there's a drive by
and nothing. Got to catch
Asher.
some glass there. Got to catch some glass on those drives. There's Emma again with the
Parrish,
the ball
good
away.
Inside pass.
And French grabs that from behind. And it's a run and gun show as she goes over to Brooke Asher, and Lozano makes a big block. And this is going to be a matter of wills of who's got gas and who doesn't.
Excellent finish there.
Black goes in off the glass.
So back-to-back blocks on all ends of the court there. Hawks are going to get Smith in here at the next break, but Dave, we haven't had too many stops in play here.
Nice
not too many breaks.
Pass going right into Blount.
Good block by Yost. All ball. Use that long, outstretched arm.
If we got it, that'd be great. They're two 6'2" young ladies going together here, Ken. Nice bounce pass. Everybody holds their ground.
Yep, that's a great no call.
Yep, great no call. Like to see Selena drive that in there, though, actually draw that foul, make her commit to it, right? She kind of pulls up short and lets her hold her ground and makes it a little too easy for her. So
good little bounce pass into Smith, and she goes up strong, draws the foul. That's going to be on the freshman, I believe.
Here we go.
And nice just a simple inbounds play.
Yeah,
Smith
right to
just,
Blount.
Yep. Oh, I'm sorry, Blount. So finally, the ability for the players to catch their breath.
And nice shot from the free throw line. She gets the first one. And this is exactly what we expected. Hard fought, fast game by both sides.
Clean. Only 3 fouls so far in this first quarter.
And Selena drains both of those. And Foles will come in for French.
Coach Wallace going to keep his starters fresh. He has much confidence in his bench here.
And here the Comets put this ball right in the freshman's hand. Talk about confidence. Put it in the freshman's hand to bring the ball up, and there's an ill-advised pass by Emma Foles.
Yeah, way too long of a pass against a team like this.
Right.
They were able to get that pass against Fairfield and Middletown, but you're not going to get that pass against Mason.
And talking with her dad in the last game, she said she's trying to watch those turnovers, and that's exactly the choice that she needs not to make. And now we see Yost on the other end, the 6-footer.
Excellent ball movement by the
Comets and tying this up right here with 30 seconds left in the first quarter.
Hawks looking like they're going to hold for the last shot.
Yeah, Coach Wallace calling it back out. Savannah Smith comes out, provides a little relief. Now Asher has it.
Yeah, you want the ball in Savannah's hands here, I think. A little pushing there with Yost, but if you can get it to Savannah here. 8 seconds left, 7 seconds. Asher drives over to Foles.
Asher wanted the drive, and now Foles goes in there.
And another charge taken. That's 2 charges taken by Anna Habra.
Yeah.
Fantastic positioning here by the young defender. Foles drives in, and she establishes. That's a talent that's hard to teach, but if you know how to do it. When I coached Dave, I used to give a $5 gift card to UDF for taking a charge because it hurts for a little bit, but then you get ice cream after.
Right.
You'd have 2 gift cards already.
That'd be a inflation $10 gift card now, right? So all knotted up here with 0.8 seconds left. Coach puts Wood in just to not let them throw the ball the way down. Put a little 6-footer in there. So at the end of one, it's 15-15 here at the Hawk Nest. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Lakota East High School as the Lady Hawks are in a battle here with the Mason Comets. 15-15 after one, Ken. Great first quarter.
Yeah, exactly what the scouting report said. 2 good basketball teams playing clean basketball, playing great defense just like that.
Selena Blount gets up, raises those arms and gets the block.
They're going to get French for a foot drag on the travel there.
So very clean first half. Like we said, 15-15. 4 total fouls in the game. 3 for the Hawks, 1 for the Comets. As now a little mishandling of the ball in the inbounds there, but the Comets recover. As number 22, Joy Reason, the senior, comes in. So
another block by Blount.
Coach resets with his pretty much his starting lineup, I think, is out there now for the Comets. And same for the Hawks. So this is going to be the matchup for tonight. And I think it's going to come down to bench play, really. Whose bench can produce here? As Savannah had a great block out, no help on the backside.
Parrish from the outside twice. Gets a second chance on that. Nice rebound by Rosano.
And grabs the defensive rebound.
There's Asher on the drive.
Asher looking to drive over to Foles. Kick out to French. She throws it up and finds net. And Madison French heats up tonight. She's been struggling out of last deep. And if she can find that trigger tonight.
So a little poke behind by Fole. East with the steal, but they're going to get called for the travel. I'm not quite sure what happened. Double dribble maybe. So turnover there for East.
Said she changed her pivot foot. Emma asked, "What did I do?" He said, "You changed your pivot foot."
All right.
So
it's a drive inside by Parrish, just throws it up.
Not sure where the travel wasn't there, unless this is the NBA, but those were 2 long strides with the ball in her hand. So that's a turnover by Parrish. And Savannah Smith says, I'll take it up.
Yeah, they put some full court pressure on 2 of the East guards, but not on Smith, so why not? Get it over to Smith. And Hawks student section starting to fill up there, Dave, on the in the bleachers. Get some support from the guys for this girls team.
Turnover by the Hawks here. They got to really watch these turnovers, given the Comets' chances that they shouldn't have here. There's a mismatch underneath as Ash Brooker is trying to cover the 6'2" Rosano, but the Comets don't take advantage of that, and they kick it back out to reset their offense.
Yeah, they seem to run through Haber a lot, and they seem to cut through and get that inside pass. And unfortunately for Mason, Carly Prose can't handle that one on the handoff inside.
A lot of quick passes, a lot of give and goes, high to low. Some really basic fundamental basketball, but effective if you've got the right group out there that can execute it.
Seems like the Hawks are defending that well. They're clogging in the lane to make sure they get a hand on that. And here's French going to take it up against the freshman, Habra. She picks it up.
There's a foul.
Foles, they got to get it across.
And throws it right they were just waiting for. And Brooke Asher's got to step up. There's a walk. And a block by French.
Caitlin Pham going to come in for the Hawks, replacing Foles. Pham and Foles are playing very similar here, trying to chase down the ball from the backside, get some poke-away steals.
Keep that ball there on the block, I guess. Pham reaches in, and there'll be a jump ball. We'll see where possession goes. I think that's going to be with the Hawks. So Pham comes in and ties it up right away.
Yeah, she provides that spark.
She is definitely an athlete.
Spark.
She's an aggressive athlete. We've talked about her in the past. We know she does some martial arts and very good at it. She's runs track and apparently is really good at that. Now after a busted play, here comes through. Savannah Smith goes and drives the lane and picks up the foul on the shot.
Yeah, draws contact against Yost there. It looked set, but I think she kind of moved her body just a little bit as Smith initiated contact. So
yeah, I think if she would have just stayed still, that might have been the third charge of the night, but she turned with Savannah versus just staying still, and Smith goes to the line for two and hits the first.
Amanda Barnes as well as Madison Parrish come in for the Comets. So Comets going a little deeper than we've seen them in recent games that we saw in their box scores.
So Barnes has been usually just their sixth person coming in. And now, like you said, they're going a little deeper.
A 5-point lead here for the Hawks. Biggest lead of the night for either team.
I'm sure the Comets knew that that's what they were going to have to do. Now they got to take advantage of this turnover as Smith gets it off the pass from Blount and hits it from downtown. 3, and the Comets are going to say timeout.
Yeah, really impressive ball movement for the Hawks. They gave it to Selena Blount inside. She looked like she was going to drive in, and then she just kicked it out to an open Smith who drains it from the outside. So Hawks open up an 8-point lead, 23-15 here in the second quarter.
I think he wanted the called timeout, but then didn't want it at first. And he said, I don't think I called a timeout. And he said, yeah, you did. You're going to have to take it. So quick 30-second timeout here by the Comets as they find themselves down by 8. And this is what Coach Wallace ordered up, right, for this game tonight. Nice little crowd here on a Wednesday night, as you said. The boys are filling in over in the student section there. I think part of the track team hanging out after practice here, rooting on the Lady Hawks, and pretty good crowd behind us here from the Comets.
The big difference so far has been East's percentage of shooting. They are hitting most of their shots here. I'd like to see what their shooting percentage is, but not too many misses from the Hawks. And both teams with their share of turnovers. There's going to be a tie-up from behind.
Again, Selena Blount playing really well tonight. Blocks, tying up the ball, taking it into the hole. And that just bodes well for the Hawks all the way around. Even though the Comets are going to keep that, that'll flip the possession arrow here. As they go over into the corner to 20 with a big bouncing rebound.
Good hustle by Pham.
Beat that to their any day. And she's
going to
get
wow.
And
What a play.
As there's that tough demeanor by Caitlin Pham. Usually goes a little hard off the glass. Came off a little bit softer there. Very nice. Knew she was going to get pressure and hit. And just as she releases the ball, gets hit hard.
Yeah, she went up with confidence there, poking the ball away from behind and getting that fast break layup. I don't think she expected to get the foul called, but.
And Coach Minalta says that's enough for the rest for the starters. They are all back in for the Comets. Has put all their starters back in now. And the Hawks do some substituting, brings Woody in. And I think was that Foles came back in.
There's the freshman from the outside, Habra.
Blunt
misses.
goes in, does a nice box out there, and wins that battle. The two 6'2" ladies in there battling tonight. It's rare when you can get a 6-footer. It's nice to see two of them on the court at the same time battling against each other.
Hawks doing a nice job of backdoor cuts there. Woody cut on the backside, and they are running their offense here pretty well. You know, they're not going after the fast break like they typically do. There's a screen by Blount.
Throws it up. I would have liked to seen her drive that. She had the lane there.
Perfect pick and roll opportunity.
Yeah, she had the lane. She should have driven. And now the Comets get it back up quickly.
Parrish for three.
And Parrish firing them up there tonight from way out there.
There's
the
Habra.
freshman. She comes up short. Air ball. Oh, what a gift. And that's going to bow 2 offensive rebounds now to the Hawks. To the Comets as they finally convert.
Good look inside Habra to Barnes. And there's
there
another
goes.
fast break by Pham. She
Pham
gets fouled again.
One. Yeah, she goes in hard. And I think that's going to be Barnes again. She's going to pick up her second, her third.
Yeah, Pham just absolutely fearless there when she's in the open court. She's just going to the basket hard. And right now that's the secret sauce for the Hawks is getting fast break points.
It's the front end of the 2-shot foul. And Barnes will come out after that second foul.
Hawks opening a 10-point lead, possibly 11 here.
And a little hard off the glass there. And Comets come down with the rebound as Parrish is looking. Now all of a sudden Parrish is the key player here. It seems like she's got the ball in her hands most of the time. They're looking for her a lot.
Yeah, she's their leading scorer on paper. She didn't play a lot against Coleraine, but there's a drive by Parrish and doesn't get it the foul, but gets to go to the line for 2. Foul's going to be on Caitlin Pham. That's her first. You know, and I don't know how long the Hawks should have the lineup without Smith and or French, one of the two.
Yeah.
In the game at all times. This is a dangerous lineup to me, and here comes French back in.
Just as you speak it, here comes French right back into the game. Yeah, looking at the clock here with 3:10. Just you just want to keep those kids warm, right? They're hitting it. You don't want them to sit too long. I suspect Savannah will be coming in here shortly, somewhere underneath this 3-minute mark to finish off this half.
Mason putting some full court pressure on here as they did early in the game.
Emma Foles brings that up with no problem. Looks to attack, now pulls it back out. Comets playing man-to-man. As they're looking for Brooke Asher, but right.
Yeah, they're spreading them out.
Just all over her defensively.
French moves to the baseline. They're going to look for the drive and kick to the corner for French here. There's a
complete
triple team.
Oh, another charge? Wow.
Was that the freshman again that took it?
Yes.
I owe her 3 gift cards now.
See if we can see that again. Boy, just as you called it, Emma drove, and all 4 Comets collapsed on her. If we got a view of that, and they're saying that the freshman in there held her ground again.
Savannah Smith into the game for the Hawks. Hawks with a little light pressure here, not as much, but they are going to trap right there. Mason cuts through the middle again.
Rising puts it up, rebound. Lots of white shirts there, no reason to fight, but Pham comes out with it, but we're going to call a jump ball prior to that.
Yeah, lots of white jerseys. Looked like 2 or 3 Hawks with their hand on the ball. Playing aggressive. You can't fault them for going after that.
Should have been a clean rebound by the Hawks, but somehow, who was that was in there? That was Prowse got in there and was breaking it up, and now Asher brings it up. Brooke looks, goes over, walks right into where Blount wanted to drive the lane. And that's just chemistry over time, I think, will come, right? Kids playing with each other.
Outside shot there by number 30, Gabby Rosano. Looked like she was inside the 3, but they credit her with a 3-pointer.
Yeah, I thought her feet were on the line as well. As Blount goes, throws an air ball up. Smith comes in.
Hustle rebound by
nice
Smith.
Back layup, but comes up short. The Hawks needed 2 right there.
I don't know if we can see that three-pointer again if we can.
I don't know if we got a shot of that three-pointer for feet were on the line. Look, I thought her toes were on the line.
No, I have the replay right now. Despite the best camera crew in the GMC.
Absolutely. We appreciate our camera crew and then Westchester Cable putting these games on.
There's a pass inside the barn. She goes up strong and gets fouled by French, I believe.
I think it's going to be on, they're going to call it on 25.
Oh, on Peyton Wood, sorry.
Peyton Wood.
Riley Wood.
Riley Woods gets a foul.
And Carly Prowse to the line for Mason.
So Prowse was the one that went in and broke up that trio of Hawks that on that last rebound down there. Peyton Woody will come in for Riley Wood.
Prowse an 81% free throw shooter on the season, hits them both.
And it shows.
And Mason has cut it from an 11-point Hawks lead to a 3-point Hawks lead. Hawks would do good to slow it down a little bit. There's Smith controlling it out front. They're going to get over the back. Her feet were not established over half court prior to her catching the ball.
That's a bad turnover right there. No reason to throw the ball there yet. Nobody was pressuring. And now you have a turnover that you can potentially let the Comets tie this game up with a three-pointer.
Sydney Zawila comes in for the Hawks. First time we've seen her in a couple games.
So freshman spins out. They give it to Parrish again.
There's Haber back to Parrish. Inside to Prose. She goes up strong and misses. Good rebound by Peyton Woody, and she gets hammered as she pulls the rebound down.
And 22, Rising will pick that up. She shook her head right away, knew it. Went in there and banged against Peyton Woody hard.
No bonus yet. Both teams, East with 16 fouls and Mason with 5.
So all the ball handlers in right now. You got French in there, Brooke Asher and Emma Foles, Peyton Woody and Savannah Smith. Savannah might have to come up. Oh, that goes off of Brooke's foot. And
tough inbound there. Yep, tie up. I'm not sure why Coach Wallace didn't use a timeout. He probably feels like he needs his timeouts for.
And that's going to turn the ball over there to the Comets. And these turnovers, right? We've seen 2 big turnovers here in these last 30 seconds, Ken. We're here at the half court and then now underneath our own basket.
Zawila comes in again for defensive purposes. Mason looking inside. They don't have anything inside. And Parrish is going to get fouled up top.
And that's going to be on Madison French.
And that's the bonus. That's going to give Mason a 1-and-1 free throw bonus situation.
Just when we said things were pretty clean, not a lot of fouls, these last 2 minutes, maybe, we've seen a handful of fouls both ways.
Yeah, some offense, defense with Sydney Zawila and Ashley Fole. Fole with 2 fouls, so Coach Wallace trying to protect her a little bit. Make sure she doesn't pick up that third one here in the first half.
Yep. But, you know, I mentioned he put in his ball handlers there on that last change of possession. But yet the Hawks had a turnover here, or a tie-up, right, that led to a jump ball.
Yeah, like I said, curious that Coach Wallace didn't take a timeout. It looked like we had the ball on the ground, and there was time to call that timeout. And there's a little push there.
From behind.
Foul's going to be on Joy Razig.
That's going to be her second. So the Hawks packing it down low here where they're trying to get the ball in. So you gotta grab that ball, ladies. There's no touching.
Parrish looks inside, back to Parrish from Rising. Misses the 15-footer. Big, strong rebound by Bros.
And that's the first lead of the night by the Comets. With 53 seconds, they go up by 1. And Coach Wallace says, pull it back out, set things back up. As Madison French tries to go through the legs. Yeah, Parrish comes up with the double team, and Hawks recover here. Now I think we're going to go down to the last shot.
Yeah, all of a sudden it became a street ball match where both teams were trying to just fast break. You know, FAM had some success with the fast break, and then Both teams just decided to go in and go hard. And there's French with the drive in the basket.
That's a tough ask for the freshman, the guard, Madison French there. And she brings it back for the Hawks, 29-28 here in the final seconds of the first half.
Mason going to get their last shot off here, running a little weave up top.
Yep. Brooke Asher holding her. Oh, I thought she was going to hold her ground there, going laterally.
Yep, Rising gets pushed, and that's going to be free throws for Rising and a 1-and-1. Caitlin Pham going to come back in here. Thought process with Pham is if you get a rebound, you outlet it to her and see if she could drive the floor. 2.5 seconds left. Typically, it takes 3 to 4 seconds to get down the floor. I don't know, Pham might be able to do it in 2.5. There's a miss, and Pham gets it. She's going to have to heave it up.
Yep. Didn't get a chance. So here at the end of the first half, we got a barn burner, ladies and gentlemen. Come on back. It's 29-28 Thunderhawks.
Hey, Aaron.
Hello.
Westchester wants to know, can I keep chickens in my backyard?
So in Westchester, the requirement to have chickens or any livestock, frankly, in your yard is to have a lot of at least 3 acres in size or more. If you have 3 acres or more, feel free to have that chicken coop and enjoy those farm fresh eggs. If you're under 3 acres in Westchester, I'd invite you to check out the market, which we have every Saturday. During summer months, during good weather, you'll find it by the clock tower, the square at Union Center by the clock tower. During winter months, it goes indoors to Mulhauser Barn. Every Saturday, you can find farm fresh items available to you at the market here in Westchester. Thanks for joining us this evening. If you have things you'd like Westchester Wants to Know to answer, please let us know via westchesteroh.org or any of our social media platforms.
I'm Carol Lucio with Butler County Safe Communities, where our goal is to reduce traffic-related crashes, injuries, and fatalities. One of the most important things you can do behind the wheel is actually before you get in your car. Make sure that you clear your car of all snow and ice. Use a good scraper, brush, and remove all snow and ice from your car. The complete windshield needs to be used in order to be completely safe. Some other things to make sure you do is to make sure you have good working windshield wipers. So check your windshield wipers, get new ones if need be. You also want to make sure that you have good fluid to clear your windshield, and fluid that can be used for negative temperatures is always best. One of the most important things you can do, though, is check the pressure in your tires. You can have a great gadget like this, or use a simple penny. If you can see Lincoln's head, you need new tires. Check your tires often, as they can go down in cold weather. Another thing you can do to make sure you're best prepared is to have an emergency kit in your car. Simple things like gloves, mittens, hats, earmuffs, and warmers, hand and toe warmers, a bag of sand in case you need traction, are all good things to help you make sure that you stay safe and arrive home safely.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Lakota East High School, where the Lakota East Thunderhawks and the Mason Comets are playing tonight. The ladies are burning up the court, Ken. We got a 29-28 game here at the half. Some ebb and flow at the first half. East kind of pulled out on a lead, and the Comets kind of closed that up here at the end and brought this to a one-point game here at the half.
Yeah, they've tied at the end of the first quarter, 15 apiece. Then the Hawks bolted out to an 11-point lead, only to have it squandered, and Mason stormed back. East shooting 67% from the field, and Mason shooting 40%. Good controlled basketball, not many fouls, and instant classic so far.
Couple of mistakes there in that last 3 minutes of the second there. A couple of bad turnovers, and speaking of one, there we got one starts off right here with a turnover. which allowed the Comets to creep back in. They hit a three-pointer and then got an offensive rebound and then put it back up for a deuce, and that was a quick 5 of the 11 right there. And here you start the second half off with a turnover, and the Comets capitalize on that with 2 and take that 1-point lead. So
yeah, that's the 10th turnover for the Hawks. They had 9 in the first half, and that's pace for 18, which is too many to compete in a game like this. And there's number 11.
And the Comets get that in their trusty hand of Parrish, and she drives, dishes over to Krause, and that's going to be a quick TO by Coach Wallace. And you just can't come out of the locker room and come out with 2 straight turnovers as we see Parrish drive the lane.
Just finds the open player there and Bruce easy little soft 10-foot jumper.
Yes.
Puts it in, buries it.
And now the Comets have their biggest lead of the night by 3.
Yeah, so back and forth, a couple lead changes there. Not sure if I have the stats on lead changes, but good start to a basketball game here.
Yeah, talking about points leaders right now for the Hawks. Caitlin Pham's got 6. Madison French 9. She needs to continue to warm up, and Savannah leading the way with 10. She's 2 for 2 from the three-point line, and I'd let her keep firing it away there. We were talking about how long she sat a little bit there for a while, but I'd get that hot hand warmed back up and let that three-pointer sail.
Yeah, Hawks as a team hit 3 of 4 from 3, and there's yet another turnover. 3 turnovers in the first 3 possessions for the Hawks. Can't have that, especially coming off a timeout.
Yep. That's just a killer. That's a way to have a game slip away from you as you had a 1-point lead.
Pham comes in for Asher, see if they can get some steals and a quick layup here, but not the start for the second half you want if you're a Thunderhawk.
Comets seen a big change after that first period of getting the ball into Parrish's hands off the inbounds. And now the Comets move the ball quickly as they look for the freshman. She gets tied up, and French almost comes up with a steal there. As
Proves drives baseline, and she's going to get fouled there by French.
Before the shot. So they're going to call that on Selena.
Yep. Told you my eyes aren't that good today.
I think Selena went for the head fake. She went around her and she kind of grabbed her there because she didn't see any defensive help. Now Parrish shoots one from downtown.
Pham tries to tie her up, but very strong play over to Riesing. Riesing up top.
That's a senior going after the ball there over a sophomore. And
Mason turns it over. So uncharacteristic for these teams.
Absolutely.
Trying to go a little faster than the body's able to go. The mind's working a little faster than the body here.
Going to watch this battle down low. Savannah Smith has had Prowse boxed out twice now, but they're stationary.
No Blount travels.
But they're stationary, right? And then when the rebound pops off, nobody's there to get it. And I want to see Savannah use her body, push her back a little bit, keep battling, and maintain her space and ground underneath that rim for the actual rebound. So there you go. You see it right to Parrish. And Hawks with a steal
Poked
there.
away by French for 3.
Throws one up.
Nails it.
And that's what the doctor ordered there. That'll tie it up. And now the Comets come off the run right here. And they're looking to run and gun as they throw it over to Parrish. She makes a head fake, comes in, and goes straight to the glass around Smith. Now Pham brings it up. Now's where we got to have control, discipline. And nice move.
Good ball fake there. Smith from the outside.
And looking for Peyton Woody gets in there for a nice tie-up. Even though the ball came off, she was beat. Peyton stayed with it, reached in there, and got a tie-up. Won't get the possession, but she'll flip the arrow.
Yeah, good hustle there. And Hawks are going to back off on their pressure just a little bit. Pham still pressuring, but as a team, they're dropping back a little bit. More of a zone type press there. Rising drives in.
Coach
and
Wallace,
right to the basket, over to...
Yeah, see, a lot of standing around on those box outs, right? Keep grinding, hold your position.
Haber for 3.
She missed the 12-footer, but hit the three-pointer and gives the Comets back the lead here. So
East fans have been yelling airball because she did airball one earlier, but I think that'll tone that down just a little bit. Pham on the outside.
Peyton Woody trying to direct traffic out there as the senior.
Prew's doing a good job making sure Smith doesn't get the ball. They want to keep the ball out of Smith's hands.
Yep. And the Hawks did a great job of that in the first half. If you look at the stats, Parrish only had 4 points from the foul line.
Good roll off by Woody.
Field, and Woody, coming off the bench, comes up with a tie-up and a bucket right here. The last 2 trips down the floor. And the ball, again, back into Parrish's hands. She does that drag step.
Coast to coast by Parrish.
Coach wanted a foul there, and he's going to get one on his freshman on the defensive side.
Yeah, that's going to be Haber's second of the game. So I am a little surprised at the speed of this second half. It was a little more methodical at the start of the game, but now it looks like both teams trying to push it up a little bit, and I don't know if that bodes well for the Hawks there. Haber's going to come out, and Peyton Black into the game for the Comets.
So takes the freshman out, replaces her with the senior, Black, getting some minutes here.
East again just trying to drive through, and Pham just throws it up.
And that's where she's got to look the dish, Ken. You know, that's that discipline we were talking about. She makes a great drive with the ball. A couple of Comets collapse on her. She's got to be looking for her open teammate that's wide open somewhere.
Yeah, very young player type move there.
But I love the aggressiveness, taking the ball to the hoop here. We'll see.
Going to see the drive there by Asher, and Peyton Black gets her on the arm. So going to be an inbound underneath for the Hawks. And last time they had this, Smith had a pretty easy bucket and got fouled.
And wondering if Coach Wallace picked up on that. We saw a little bit of that right before the half where they were looking for the final shot, and Comets just collapsed on the drive by Foles.
Looked like Woody just kind of threw up a shot.
Feet weren't set very well on that shot, but here comes the Comets. She walked.
Yeah, got out front to Barnes. They broke that pretty easily, but Barnes with a little hop step at the end.
Talking about the speed of the game, right? And I don't think some of these girls are used to this speed, so then when they got to stop their feet, they get in that extra little pivot step and they're walking.
Pham gets it as she drives in out to Asher, who shoots up a 3, and there's a rebound underneath and a foul.
They're going to call that on Pham too, flying in there.
Yeah, she definitely crashed in. Good outside shot by Asher, but Pham crashes over the top into 2 Comets.
Yeah, she knocks them down like bowling pins.
That's Pham's second. Poke away there by French, but Mason retains possession. That's out front to Barnes. Barnes back to
Parrish. She'll recover as Brooke Asher gives the pressure out there. Parrish goes right around here, lays her head down, throws it up, and
rebound by Pruz, and she's hammered by Woody. So Pruz going to go to the line. And Haber's going to come back in for the Comets here.
Yep. There's a
Barnes with the miss. I thought
Pruz was in.
Pruz got hurt, but it got fouled. But it is Barnes at the free throw line.
So Mason, again, that's that battle under there, right? You got to get position, hold position, and the Hawks are starting to box out, but got to keep it. These Comets are moving, they're battling, and we said this is a shootout, right? This is a little crosstown shootout here on the north side of Cincinnati between Westchester and Mason, and Savannah Smith comes in, hands the ball off to Foles. Foles brings it up, getting ridden on the side, no calls.
Yeah, this is the type of game, Dave, that makes you so much better. You love to have this game early in the season. So
there's a nice drive kick out. I like it. She's got to get in bounds, though. Can't be hanging out and out of bounds. 5-on-4 there. Emma shoots it up, goes off the rim, doesn't get it. Brooke Asher comes down with it, but again, right into Barnes' arms. Barnes getting good position. That's 2 big offensive rebound, defensive rebound you'll see here. Emma Foles likes where she's at, throws it up. Barnes isn't in the picture yet. Here she comes.
She was boxing out Woody there and did a great job holding her position and then going after the ball. Very fundamental there.
Love the boxing out. Hard to get ladies to do that. There's Brooke Asher goes in, and she gets blocked by Black, but Black carries it out of bounds with her. And the Hawks will maintain possession underneath their own goal here as we spread the floor.
Dave, you're talking about the matchup here. This is the type of game that can define whether you can come from behind and handle lead changes in a game.
Absolutely.
You squandered a lead away, but can you come back? And there's a turnover.
Can't pick up the ball when you don't have to, and the Comets come racing down looking for help.
Barnes to Parrish. Parrish dumps it off and goes past Pruz out of bounds. Hawks ball. Selena Blount going to come back in.
Coach Wallace has the right recipe here. I mean, this pushing the ball, using your bench. It doesn't look like the Comets like this pace of the game. I think they're more used to playing half court and forcing them to go deep in their bench that they don't normally do. So far it's been advantage that in the gameplay for East. But boy, they just got to convert, hold on to the ball, don't make turnovers.
That's going to be a charge taken.
Another charge. Emma Foles has now been called.
See this again here.
No way.
Cruz did not have position, but
that's a bad call. That's a very bad call. Good camera work there, boys. Great replay. Coach Wallace is not happy, and he shouldn't be.
Yep, nonetheless, not much you can do about that in the high school game.
Yep.
Unfortunate for the Hawks, but they'll see that on film and know that.
Well, we've got the replay, but unfortunately the Stripes don't. And unfortunately, that's Emma Foles' third, and I think all three are on charges, which is amazing. Never seen that. Nice ball work
Parrish
there.
Looks inside there to Pruz. Pruz goes up strong.
Yeah, Pruz likes to roll over to that left-hand side, and there's a backhand steal by Asher. You notice Pruz gets that ball in the middle, and she likes to roll with that little left-hand hook.
Good ball movement by the Hawks, and they settle it up top. Full drives over Woody with the pick inside to French. French spin move, goes up, gets fouled.
And gets fouled, and she's going to go to the line for two. As the Hawks find themselves down 6 points here. Those few turnovers, right, where the game was tight, 3 points, 2 points. Now they find themselves down 6, and they're going to have to really make it count here from the charity stripe.
French trying to do her part to cut it to 4. Cuts it to 5 right there. One more free throw. Very confident free throw shooter in French.
Makes them both.
She is 60% on the season.
So Savannah comes back in for Peyton Woody after a short break. And right over to Parrish. Love that. They want to put the ball in the Parrish's hands or the freshman. And
Cruz from the outside.
She is having a big game tonight. That gives her 14 on the night so far. She seems to be the hot hand for the Comets right now.
Asher drives in against Riesig and gets the benefit of the foul there.
It's going to be called on the floor.
Caitlin Pham comes in for foul. Hawks with the ball under their basket, down 7. Minute 40 left in the third.
And I would tell Emma Foles, keep driving, keep doing that.
Smith from NBA range.
Yep, and that's going to be, that was traveling. 2 Comets coming down, fighting over the ball. Don't pick up a dump. Oh, my Lord. Yes.
That's the offensive reason, kind of lifted the elbow against French there.
We'll see the replay here. Coach doesn't like it. First of all, French can't see her. She's guarding her. Comes in. Yep, there's the
illegal screen there.
Little bit of twist with the hip there. Camera doesn't lie. Again, great camera work for us. Thanks, guys. As the Hawks will bring the ball up. Brooke Asher sets things up. Looks for Blount. Blount to Pham. Kicks back out to Blount. Blount comes around. Nice backdoor play.
Good backdoor cut and a quick timeout by Coach Wallace.
She got hammered after that, too.
Fabulous ball movement. Let's see this again. Blount up top. Bounce pass into French. Almost another
then
charge attempt there.
Hits Fam's knee on the way down on the top of her head.
But good, strong basket there. The Hawks cut it to 5. See Madison there a little banged up.
Yeah, that replay you could see after she delivered the layup, as she was coming back down, she made contact with the Comet player and bounced off of her, and Caitlin Pham, in her normal aggressive way, was flying in, and it just unfortunately that when Madison fell, I think she hit right above her knee. Her head hit Pham's knee.
Yeah, East trainer Kevin Stokes taking a look at French's head, make sure there's no damage up there. But Hawks cut it to 5, and that's the type of offense.
That back door was wide open for Madison French to swing through there. And I'd say the Hawks should take a look at that again.
Pham doing a little solo pressure there.
Parrish with the ball, as they definitely want the ball in her hand to start things off.
Pros up top to Parrish. Parrish over.
I'm going to say
Reesing, back to
Parrish.
Parrish.
Say Pros is left-handed. Pham giving a lot of pressure here. Now Parrish pulls up, goes deep off the backboard. Big rebound by the freshman. Oh, girls, you got to grab it hard. Can't be
Parrish
slapping
on the
at
inside, misses. Rebound by
a lot
Asher.
of bodies banging in there.
Asher gets it to Full, who gets it to Smith for 3.
And big hit by Savannah Smith. I'm telling you, that hand was hot. Coach Wallace, I'd keep feeding it. I'd keep feeding it. As the boys are getting excited over there. I love it. Let them scream, AD. Let them scream.
Parrish from NBA range. She misses. Smith
Savannah
with the rebound.
With the big rebound.
And Full checks it up. That's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. 2-point game. Mason 43, Hawks 41. We'll be back in a minute.
Don't be a Randy. Get the fob out.
Ready. Here we are back at the Hawks Nest, ladies and gentlemen. As, man, do we have a game here, 43-41, Comets up by 2. And I hope you got your popcorn and your drinks on that last break and sitting right here tight for these last 8 minutes.
Yeah, you can't ask for a better game so far. Tied at the end of the first, Hawks up by 1 at halftime. And now Mason up 2 at the start of the fourth.
And the Comets will get the ball to start this fourth. As both teams doing okay team foul-wise. Nobody really in foul trouble here. The freshman's got 3 for the Comets, and they do come right out with a quick turnover as Prowse having one of the better games that she's had in a while with 14 points, but dribbles that off on the out-of-bounds line, and that'll be a turnover. Hawks will bring that up, and they got to take advantage of these, Ken. These little tiny things in the game, turnovers, make it count. Savannah Smith with a big three-pointer hit there towards the end of the third, and that's where they need to dish off. The Comets are collapsing on that drive. We see 2, sometimes 3 Comets collapsing as the guards are driving the lane, which I love, but they got to look to dish off.
Yeah, their help side defense is phenomenal here, and the Hawks are not doing a good job recognizing that. When the drive happens, the nearby guard has to kick out a little bit, and if that could be French or Smith, Hawks could get some outside shots.
That's what they wanted. They were looking for the half-court trap, and Madison French almost comes up with one as Parrish tosses it all the way across court.
French with 16 and Smith with 13, so you need them to shoot from the outside.
See right
There's
there,
an outside
Savannah.
shot.
You see again there, you see how Savannah gets that position, and then they just get to this stalemate. You got to keep driving, get in your legs, get deep, keep pushing back right here. You can see them fighting off. Nice.
And then she gave up on it. Go get it. After you
Yeah.
make that good box out, go get it.
Exactly. You got to maintain. You want the rebound right here.
Blount gets her big paw out there and knocks it out of bounds.
Yeah, the Comets missed one there. Prowse had somebody posted up on the block. Boy, she was open. There we go. Nice steal, and that's going to be off her leg. French almost with the steal, but then she just had to bat it off of the big 6'2" Rosano's leg, and that's going to be Hawks ball.
Barnes comes in for Riesing. And who's going to have the depth here? Who's not going to be
Exactly.
winded? You know, this is a fast-paced game, so who's going to be fresh? Who has the fresh legs and the fresh air ducts here at the end?
And whose bench is going to produce? You got to have some points off the bench, and there's a bad choice right there. That was not open at all.
Yeah, Blount was cutting back door, and
there's-
Pham takes it away
And just
and
gets
gets
hammered.
fouled.
That girl is fearless. You'll see here in the replay, Ken.
And she's really not even involved in the play here.
Yeah, she
And
gets
then
the
she
ball
just
clean
reaches from
and
behind.
just goes in. She lets the Comet player grab the ball and hold it, and then she just takes it away and then gets fouled. And you're not teaching that. That's just
That's instinct.
instinct. And that kid, again, we talk a little bit about her martial art background. I think it pays off there. She is just relentless and fearless of going in against anybody. And that's a sophomore, by the way.
Good screen by Smith there as Foles drives around her right side, but another turnover for the Hawks. That's 15 turnovers for the Hawks. And Caitlin's going to get called for pouncing on her from behind. That's Pham's fourth.
So here's the replay here. Foles goes in. That's not open. They got to know that's not open either. Either Selena's not where she belongs, or that's just not open. Then Pham has, I don't know. Let's see here.
Yeah, Black kind of
Selena
pounces
has it.
on it, and then Pham lands on
Pham-
Black.
I don't know. That's a tough one for me. You see right here. They're battling for the ball. The ball is going to get kicked out here. Selena has the ball here. As
We have a Mason player down right now.
So you see Pham's actually, her hands are on the ball, so that's a tough foul to take
Yeah, Prowse is on the ground.
as the staff is adhering to her.
Kind of knocked her head against her own teammate, we believe. And
It's somewhat similar to what Madison did after her drive, coming off, bouncing around and hit her own teammate there.
we're going to watch this hit again, see where Prowse kind of gets knocked around.
So here you can see
Ball's loose.
Blount is down here, comes in. Oh, yeah. Her and Rosano
Yeah.
banged heads big time.
Where's Rosano at? See where
She's
at.
right here in the huddle here with the coach. But, yeah, her and her teammate hit hard, head to head. And
They're helping Prowse up here, and
I don't-
that's a big blow for the Hawks.
She might have been out for a second there by the looks. Good to be seeing her sitting up, though. Taking a couple deep breaths as they're going to get her to her feet. She's a little groggy, so I think she's going to be done for the night. If not, player safety should definitely kick in here.
Great sportsmanship by the Hawks. Gets a hug from Madison French. These players play a lot of AAU together, play a lot of select basketball in the summer, and they're crosstown rivals, but they are friends and teammates of one another in the summer. So Kevin Stokes is on the job there, going to look at her.
As I would say, she should be done for the night just from a safety perspective, as Parrish now drives in there, and the Hawks got to talk to each other. That's a free rebound right there. You got Savannah Smith on one side, Selena on the other, 6 foot and 6'2". That should be a Hawks ball going the other way, and now the Comets are going to get the ball underneath their own basket.
And almost a 5-second call.
Oh,
Blount did not see the ball there.
Somebody's got to let her know, and you got a mismatch now and the freshman open as Blount somehow got onto her.
There's Haber up top. It gets poked away, and there's an outlet pass up front for Foal. Haber chases it down. It's going to be Hawks ball under their own basket, down 2.
I was waiting to see how that was going to turn out. 2 little scrappy players there, Foles and Haber, and she beats her to the ball and knocks it out. So now the Hawks got it underneath their own basket as the battle continues here. 43-41 we've been stuck on. And now Coach Wallace calls out a play. French has it, drives the lane, gets a lot of traction.
Savannah from the outside, missed.
And it goes through. Selena Blount with a big rebound and goes up strong. Selena really improving on those rebounds from last year to this year as you see French drives here, Ken, kicks it out to Smith. Smith just hits the back end of that rim, but Selena goes up strong. Turns right around, goes to the glass, and gets fouled.
Yeah, big, strong hands by Selena. And 55% free throw shooter on the season so far. Not too many free throws, but hits that one. Cuts it to 1.
And these are big points here from the charity stripe in games like this, and the Hawks need every one they can get. As she shoots the second one with a little spin, is she going to get the generous Lakota East roll? Nope. No home roll there. So again, Comets bring it up. Get it in the Parrish's hands quick, don't they?
Yeah,
now the Hawks got a trap.
Hawks need to clog the lane. There's a cut inside by Barnes over to.
So Comets look a little out of sync right now.
Over to Rosano, who I thought normally shoots that 15-footer.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
And Riesing's going to get the touch foul from Foal. That's her 4th.
Yep. That's a tough foul for Emma to take there. She's a little frustrated. Got to keep playing through that, though. And I'd say Coach Wallace is going to have to send somebody in here with 5:17 left in this contest.
He's going to go with Pham, who also has 4. Try and make something happen there. Pham's a little more expendable than Foal. But Pham, see if they can get a poke away. And 44-42. Both teams average about 50 a game. Mason averaging 53 points a game, and the Hawks averaging 57.
Big rebound again by Blount as they bring the ball up, looking for Pham. She gets pushed. No call. No call. Wow. Coach Wallace is looking for it. And
there's
somebody's
Haber
got to step
coast
in there
to
and
coast.
Oh, wow. That's a tough series for the Hawks. Right? I would have asked Ash Brooker's got to stand in there for a charge, right? With the freshmen coming that hard.
You'll see the rebound, and Haber going coast to coast there. Does a nice crossover there.
Yeah.
And
don't try to steal
reach.
that,
Yep.
I say. Just go straight up and down and take the charge.
Yep. So Haber at the line.
But Caitlin Pham did get pushed from the back down on the other end. Coach Wallace was asking for that, and the Comets come up with a big rebound as bodies are flying all over the place. And we're going to get a jump ball as Mason was trying to get a timeout. They thought they had possession, but they didn't. Or at least the refs didn't feel like they did.
So only 2 points Dave scored in the first 3 minutes of this
there's a nice
fourth quarter.
Oh, Madison steps back, goes deep, air ball, and there's another tie-up. I think this ref was going to call foul.
It was almost a travel. If Blount didn't get in there and tie it up, I think it may have been a travel there by
So we got a battle here, Ken, with 4:45
and
left.
look at this, Dave. Pros coming back in the game. And
That's unbelievable.
Coach Matula just looked up to the parents behind us and said, "Are you sure it's okay?"
Yeah.
And got the nod of approval, so
I'm
she's
shocked.
a gamer.
I'm shocked at that. As hard as she hit, and without seeing the camera, I would almost guess she might have been knocked out for a minute.
Well, and East trainer Kevin Stokes walked past us and, seemed like she was fine. So there's good ball movement by the Hawks in the Habra. Inside to Pros. Pros is going to go up strong and not get fouled.
And that's going to stay Comets ball. Hawks are going to have to start grabbing balls hard, right? They can't be patting at them, slapping at them. You got to grab the ball here as Pros holds that.
Pham does a nice job
very
against
nice.
her in the post.
As she's out size there. As
there's a save by Asher, but into the hands of Habra.
Habra just all over the court, too, as this freshman's impressive here by the Mason Comets. She and Madison French, the senior, battling it here. And, yeah, you said Pham. She was against Pros there. And
Pros drives in and draws contact.
Yeah, and that's where East, Madison has good position there. She just got to plant her feet and take the charge. Not just ride it out with your hand up there. Just plant your feet, stay in there solid, get your hands straight up, make the Comets knock you down.
So what do you make of this, Dave? There's only been 1 point scored, now 2 for Mason, 1 point each before that free throw in the first half of this fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Very surprising. Not really. There were some turnovers early, but just no opportunities to get shots off. Both teams playing great defense there. We talked about the offensive numbers, about 57, but defensively the Hawks are only giving up 38 points a game and Mason 29.
Yeah.
Now, some of that strength of schedule.
Right, right. So talking about Pro, she goes the line, knocks down 2. So vision must be good. She must be okay. I give hats off to her to get back in there. But, boy, I thought the knock that she took and when she stood up and kind of wobbled around, that's a tough call for me if I was a coach to be able to put her in. Parents or not, you're responsible as the coach. And it's early in the season. Something happens there, you're done for a long time. So 46-42 at the 4-minute point here, and the Hawks are going to have to come up with something to try to cut this lead off and then and take the lead here if they want to win this ball game.
So while we have this stop and play, we do want to thank Westchester Cable Television for allowing us to broadcast this game. If you are watching at home, either live or on the replay, we'd love for you to like the social medias that are available, and appreciate you tuning in. Tell your friends to tune in because this is going to come down to the wire.
Yeah, we got a big game going to be televised this Friday. We're going to do the Hawk Night and a special doubleheader of the varsity girls will play at 5 and the varsity boys will play at 7. That's this Friday night against Sycamore. As now they count the ball out. That's cheesy. I hate that. Good ball game, and the refs want to just set the ball down.
Yeah.
Like, they're coming out of the huddle. You don't need to do that. You're not going anywhere. The bars will be open later.
There's the drive inside by Pham. Pham up top to Blount. Blount over to French. French is going to drive. We haven't seen her drive too much, and she's going to get fouled by Parrish. That's a bonus situation. Hawks are going to the line, shoot them 1-1.
That should be Parrish's third. And, boy, if the Hawks get her in foul trouble, I think the confidence level of the Comets will go down without their key star in there, right? As we said, we've seen where they change their rhythm of their fast break of Parrish gets the ball now on the inbound and kind of runs the floor as the general for the Comets. And
that's 3 Comets with 3 fouls each.
I would keep putting the ball in Madison French's hand and see if Parrish will pair up to her, and I'd take that duel.
Those are points 17 and 18 for French.
Smith right up on Prowse as Pham now on the big 6'2".
Parrish with the ball against Blount, and she's going to kick it inside to Pros. Big rebound by...
oh, my Lord.
Big rebound by Smith. Habra crashes in, and that's going to be her 4th.
Yep.
On the freshman, Anna Habra.
I thought the foul initially was right here, as we'll see on the replay. Smith with a good rebound, and Prowse just kind of grabs her from behind and knocks her down.
That's going to send Caitlin Pham to the line, I believe.
Yep.
With a chance to tie.
See, I thought Smith was going to go to the line with a foul from behind from Prowse as she was pulled down, and when the ball came loose, Pham went in there and took the hit and goes to the line, makes the first one. And we talked earlier, coming out of halftime, that free throws are going to be important, Ken? They're going to be real important going down the stretch here.
Yeah, both teams are going to be in the double bonus with the next foul apiece. Pham banks it in. Banks are open at 8:45 on a Wednesday night.
And the ATM, she'll take it. as it'll count as a bucket either way.
And we got ourselves
So-
a brand new ball game, partner.
All tied up, 46-46 as Prowse gets the ball. Goes over to Riesling. She was looking to drive. Parrish goes into the corner. She's going to lose that off of White, they're saying.
Yeah, I think Pham hit it with her leg.
Okay.
And she dribble drived into the corner, which is not a good place to stop, but it did go off Pham. So Mason under their own
inbound to-
basket.
Coach leaves the freshman in there with 4 fouls. And they're nice hands by Madison French. And they're going to say Parrish stepped on the line. And that's going to be East ball.
We got ourselves 3 minutes left. Foles going to come back in with her 4 fouls, replacing
Yeah, but I
Pham.
think it's,
Pham did a very nice job replacing Emma.
and it's time to bring her back in. Need her production. You're
So-
tied up with 2:57.
So do you go discipline here or do you go fast break? You know, I would love
I'd
to
like
see
to
some
see that
discipline.
backdoor cut here play again, right? I think the Comets bid on that hard, and I would kick it back out.
Asher drives in over to French on the outside, who drives in and dumps it off.
Asher.
Outside shot.
And Selena Blount with the big rebound goes up, gets another rebound, goes up, and lays it in for a deuce.
And
And
East
Coach
a
Wallace
timeout.
calls for a 30-second, and Coach Minolta not happy at all that Selena Blount comes down with 2 big offensive rebounds in a row.
Yeah, Comets did not box out down low there and allowed Blount to get 1 rebound and then a second one after she missed her putback. So we got
Yeah.
ourselves a 2-point game here.
Gabby Rizzo gets a big earful from the coach there for about boxing out on that last play, and that puts Hawks up by 2. Folks, if you need a drink, go grab it quick during this half or this timeout, because the rest of this half is going to be right to the wire.
Yeah, we got ourselves quite a ball game here. This is as advertised, exactly what we expected
Elf
there.
is on the shelf up there, so
right
it is
behind the
getting to be
Hawks bench.
Christmas time.
Defense is going to be key here, not getting unnecessary fouls and taking care of the basketball, Dave. We got to limit, both teams have to limit their turnovers here, especially the unforced ones.
So Mason with their starting 5, and this is East starting 5. So the 10 that started this game are the 10 that are in right now on the floor with 2:31 to make the decider here. It's going to be a battle of wills, and I think the battle of the benches, and maybe the charity stripe, I'm still going to say. As
Parrish from the
steps
outside,
back,
step back.
big 3-point and a rebound by Brooke Asher. As she's coming around, she's going to get fouled, and she's going to go to the line for 2 the rest of the way here. You'll see step back from Parrish and just rattles the rim here, and Asher gets kind of tackled there.
You know, one thing I'd love to see more is the Hawks get a rebound and really maintain strong possession
Yes.
before they dribble out of it. Right now they're grabbing the rebound and dribbling right away. And
In some
It's
cases,
too much going on.
not even grabbing it, just dribbling into it, right? Dribbling into the loose ball. And I'm with you, Ken. I like to see that grab, that possession, and then go in a more controlled, methodical process. So here comes the switching between Pham
yeah, they're going to
and
go
Foles.
offense, defense here.
Yep.
Pham on defense, both with 4 fouls, but Pham with her quickness on defense there.
As Prowse kicks it back out to the freshman, she shoots it, goes off the rim. Selena Blount in there, she rips a rebound down hard and does it with authority as Pham comes up. Now she's got to stay under control here as she's got Parrish on her, one of the better players in this league, as she kicks it out over to Blount, Blount over to Asher. Hawks are up 4 here, and coach is not in any time or hurry here to shoot, as they are in a 2-point shot bonus here, right?
Yeah, Coach Wallace did a good job there. Pham controlled it up top, and he wants Full in for her ball handling over Pham. So
Absolutely.
good substitution there with control of the ball in a stable environment there to get Full back in. Hawks with a 4-point lead and the ball, minute 46 left.
So I see Woody running in now too. So on the offensive side here, Wallace is going to go with Woody. I'm going to say maybe looks like Selena's going to come out. Boy, after the last series that Selena's had on both ends of the that's a tough call. Big offensive rebound on one end and a big defensive rebound for the kick out here.
Hopefully it's just to get her a little extra breath here, and
yeah.
I think we'll see her back in.
Yeah, you get the extra time with the timeout, right? So you allow her to take the break during the timeout plus a quick one. So substitution on the Mason side. Looks like Barnes has come back in. So Parrish and Barnes, Prowse.
Hawks with 1 timeout
Hubbard
left and Mason with 3. Hawks have to be careful. Coach Wallace verifying that he only has 1 timeout
Madison
left.
French has the ball on the outbound. Tosses it back to Emma Foles. She'll take it in the backcourt, and she'll bring it right up over the line.
And Hebra, the way she's playing defense, she could pick up her 5th, yeah.
I would have had Emma drive, but that's two girls with 4 fouls. I'd take that.
Yep.
As,
good offense
Hawks,
there.
I think the Hawks are going to go for. They're looking for fouls. They're ready to go.
Oh, unforced error. You can't have the unforced error.
Is exactly what you don't do. No reason for that. Nobody's really pressuring you that hard. They wanted Mason to foul them and go to the foul line, right?
Yeah, and if you're Mason, you don't necessarily have to foul yet. You're only down 4, so you want to force an unforced error, which they did.
Yeah, they were not fouling. They weren't taking the bait there, and the Hawks just got careless. And I don't know what the total turnovers now, but Coach Wallace isn't going to like that stat, I'm for sure, at the end of the
Parrish
night.
inside there to Rosano. Rosano's been a little quiet here. She has 8.
Looking to pound it inside. I like the call by the coach, but they're going to try to look inside again. Selena way out there. Prowse, nice play. Takes the left hand.
Rebound.
Oh!
Fouled by Blount. Blount had her arms not perpendicular to the floor. She was definitely
Prowse
angled
is going to go to the line for 2, and they're going to be in the bonus for the rest of the way. So, hey, I told you, charity stripe, buddy. $1.06 here, and we got 10 fouls on both sides. And Prowse is going to go to the line for 2, and misses the front of the first one.
Now for the Hawks, that was Smith's first foul of the game. Fole and Woody come back in. Offense, defense with Pham and Blunt.
The referees don't like the block from behind at all. We saw it the other night. Some very good, clean blocks from behind. And they just did not like these calls at all.
Got a one-possession game.
Across. Brooke Asher out on top as she goes back out. Brooke over to Foles. This is going to be a one-shot, or they're going to foul them.
Oh, another turnover. Hawks are not executing their four-corner there.
All.
They're trying to drive in and kick out, drive in and kick
Parrish
out, but that time there was nobody there.
And I'm not for sure what the call was there. She head faked, went around somebody, and I saw a whistle, and Parrish went down. She's grabbing her ankle.
See if we can see this again there.
She head fakes. Oh, the grab of the arm right there. I guess they're going to call Asher. And then Parrish goes down hard. But she's back up. And, boy, these 2 big foul shots right here. And that, as you mentioned, Ken, 2 times now the Hawks have gone into delay trying to get the Comets to foul and have turned the ball over on unforced errors.
Yeah, if you can't execute that, I mean, you can run that against some other teams in the GMC to perfect it, but you don't want to test that against Mason. You want to make sure it's crystal clear what you're trying to do with the ball. And right now, 2 turnovers that are just unforced errors. So,
and we go back. I'll remind us, everybody, at the big miss by Parrish over to Brooke Asher.
Got to
she
take
has
care of the
ball.
ball.
Madison French has it now.
2-point lead, and French is going to drive in.
Oh, no foul. Wow.
Kick down, nice discipline by Fole there to kick it back
Emma
out.
Foles wanted to drive, but now she's got a corral around her. As Savannah Smith is there. Madison French. If you got a layup, take it. It's just
kick it out. There's a foul by Parrish, and Brooke Asher will go to the line to try and seal the deal for the Hawks.
14 seconds left, and First one's a big one. There's the boys on the track team there hooting and hollering, giving the ladies a little bit of support tonight. But I was going to go back to reminding folks that may not have been on. We came out of the locker room, right, and the Hawks had 3 turnovers, right, out of the locker room. 3 consecutive possessions of turnovers where they could be in a comfortable lead right now. And Brooke Asher hits the big one up front and shoots the second one.
Cannot foul if you're the Hawks.
Yep, just let them
play good
turn
discipline.
It in. And no fouls. There's another block by Prowse again. Shot by Parrish from way downtown. And it's going to be Hawk ball with 5 seconds to go. Up 4. And now the crowd's in it. The boys are asking for it. And Woody comes in for Blount.
Got a screen
Savannah
here.
Smith, Foles, Brooke Asher, and Madison French. As I think we had a foul away from the ball. Oh, they're going to call that on White. I don't know if we got a replay of that.
They're going to call Asher, Brooke Asher. They said
pick.
Lifted her elbows there on the pick.
Wow. I'll tell you, Stripes have done a really good job. I don't know about these last couple of minutes, but we're going to have a conversation here first. That should be ball out of bounds because it's a non-possession, right?
Yeah, that's a player control foul.
Right,
so
player control foul.
Non-shooting, so Mason will inbound it.
Yep.
5.2. If they score, they'll take a timeout, but Hawks do not have to inbound it. If
they got to play tough here, maintain their positions, and box out hard. Emma Fool's got a hard job right now playing Parrish. And I think I'd have a switch there between Foles and Asher, but as Selena Blunt puts the heat on, there's a shot from way down. That's going to be an air ball. It's going to go out of bounds. And the clock's going to run out here at the Hawks Nest as the Lakota East Lady Thunderhawks are able to hold off the Mason Comets 52-48. Thank you. See you on Friday night. That's all from me and Ken.